All right, so good evening. Good evening once again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. How are you guys doing? I hope we are doing well and you're doing fine. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Benji FX, your number one Forex trader and mentor. Please, I want you guys to confirm if you can be able to hear me from your side and also if you can be able to also see the screen in front of you. Quite good. Amazing. Thank you so much for those reactions. So today I'll be very brief. I won't take so much time. I don't know if on your side the weather is very cold and cozy. All right, so I won't take much of your time. I'll just be here to just discuss what we are having this week on the fundamentals, also on the technicals, and also on the sentimental sides. And also, I'll be able to share with you what we're supposed to have this week and also next week in terms of announcements for our community. So, thank you so much. Please prepare your coffee. I hope you guys have settled. We want to start as soon as now, and this recording will be live, will be recorded, and it will be shared in our YouTube library. So thank you so much for tuning in. So we'll start with the fundamentals. Now, this week is going to be more of a fundamental week than a technical week. Last week, we were able to see much more of a technical week, and things were actually escalating quite well, and they were doing well according to our technical side. But this week, it's going to be more of a fundamental week because we're going to be having a lot of fundamentals from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And you can be able to see on Monday, we won't have any economic news whatsoever. So Monday is going to be a technical day. Tuesday, we're going to be having AUD only news. So Tuesday is going to be also a technical day. Wednesday is going to be the big highlight of the week because you're going to be having FOMC, federal funds rates, and FOMC statement. And they're going to be able to expect, because you can be able to see the previous was 3.75%, forecast is 3.75%. And I believe the FOMC are going to maintain their rates or have more of reducing the rate cuts. So that's what I believe so, because NFP data came out negative and also the CPI came out a little bit higher but lower than the expectation. And I believe the FOMC are going to do something on the same, but as per now, the focus is at 3.75% because we're going to be seeing what is going to be the data on that particular day. Then Thursday, we're going to be having a pound bank rates. It's going to be expected, and also Friday a lot of JPY bank rates, and also Thursday we're going to be having also the USD GDP quarterly and also core PCE price index. So Wednesday is going to be the big highlight of the day. All right, not even of the day or of the week. So Monday and Tuesday more of a technical week. Wednesday fundamental, Thursday fundamental, Friday more of a technical week. So we're going to be having Monday, Tuesday technical, Wednesday 9 p.m. that's New York PM time. It's going to be a fundamental day because we're expecting the FOMC to deliver their rates. Okay, either they're going to increase the rate cuts or maintain or even reduce the rate cuts. Okay, then Thursday a lot of fundamentals, then Friday JPY pairs, which I usually don't concentrate on because, as you guys know, I'm a gold trader. I love trading gold, and any USD related news is going to affect my gold pair. So that's what I'll be concentrating on. So please keep in mind that Monday, Tuesday, more of a technical day, so no fundamentals that are going to interfere with our trading. The only thing that we're going to probably to be having is DTS, which is Donald Trump's strategy, and he might be having some news on the same, or even tweets, or even he might be asked some few questions which might bring volatility on USD related assets. But it's also quite important that we understand that we have to apply proper risk management. Anytime we in profits, make sure you break even, especially if you're trading gold. So that's on the fundamentals. I hope that's clean and that's good. We can head now to the technicals. If that's okay, let's go to the technical side and we see what we are having on this other side. Okay, so we'll start with the first pair, which is going to be the dollar index. And the dollar index has been quite bullish. I'll start with the weekly time frame. You can be able to see that this has been the weekly time frame on your side. Just a minute. Just a minute. There we go. Okay. So this is the the dollar index. The dollar index is responsible for us to be able to understand, are we bullish or are we bearish on USD related, the dollar index on the dollar. Okay, so that's going to be our drawn liquidity. Okay, so as you can be able to see, the market has been quite bullish, and the market has been bullish the entire week, and that is what we were expecting. This week we might be expecting the market to come a little lower to this particular area before it can even push up to this particular high, which is here. So this is going to be our drawn liquidity. We can have it there, okay, because we had already a CRT formation from last week. The market took out this low, then closed above this candle. Then this last week we were able to see that the market had a good push, and that's what we usually call the CRT. So we're expecting the dollar index to keep on pushing higher, but definitely Monday and Tuesday we might have a retracement. Wednesday, Thursday a good push as we close also on Friday. So that's on the weekly time frame. So on the daily time frame we can be able to see, and this is what I've been telling my team, is that let me also have this data also here so that you guys can be able to get this right. Okay, so we want to be able to have this data also on this particular area. So number one, NFP data. Okay, what was the NFP data? NFP data, I believe it came out at 57k, and the expectation was around 114k. Just allow me to just confirm and check on this other side so that I am completely right. So let me just have this, then this month, then apply. So the first week, which was on 3rd? So apply settings. Just a minute to confirm this data. That's good. Let me filter. Good. Apply filter. So was it on? Yeah, it was on 2nd. That was a bank holiday. So what was the NFP data? Just a minute. Good. So 57k, 114k. That's quite correct. Okay. So this means that the data, we had low labor markets, low labor data. Okay, that's one. Okay, that's one. Then we had CPI. So number two, we had CPI data. How did the CPI data come out? It came out at 3.5%, which was lower than the expectation. Expectation was at 3.8%, and this data actually really, so this means that we are having lower inflation rates. Okay, then three, we had PPI data, which came out at so PPI 0.3, negative 0.3. So this data is very important for us, 3%, and the expectation was 0.00%, meaning we had lower low inflation data also, but on the producer side. So all this data actually favored gold to be bullish. So now this is going to be the last piece of data, and the FOMC usually collects data from all these sources, the NFP, CPI, and also the PPI. Okay, so what are we going to be expecting? Either the market to cut rates or even higher rates. But what they are going to do is, I believe so, is they're going to maintain for now, maintain rate cuts. They maintain rate cuts. It's going to favor definitely gold, and gold, I believe, is going to pump even higher. That's my expectation for this week. Okay, so this is the data. Okay, this is what we usually check week every month on month. So this is July data, which is very important piece of data that we need to be able to have. So this is July data. Good. And then we can have this. Okay, that's quite good. Amazing. So this is July data. We're heading to August. So this is the last week. Remember, this is the last week of July. And you're expecting the market to actually deliver quite better. Last week, we were able to get some good entries. I'll be able to show you. Now, this is what happened on DXY. Market came, swept these lows. Then from here, we're expecting the market to keep to pump even higher, and that was the expectation, and the market actually delivered. So this is what I've been telling my VIP, that this is what we usually call an internal liquidity entry to external liquidity entry. Internal is the daily fair value gap. External is this high that was left out on 24th of June, and this has to be delivered. It might not be tomorrow or next week, but it has to be delivered. This high has to be taken out. Once an external liquidity has been taken, the market has to come back, fill internal, then move high. Okay, so this is what we're expecting, the market to move high. But before it moves high, we want to see on the lower time frame if the market can come a little bit lower, especially to these demand levels, because now if the market is bullish, means that we are going to be focusing on bullish PDRA. So this is the last area where we had a good push, and probably this is the last area where we can have the market pulling back before we get a good push. But if we come a little bit lower, we want to see if these weeks on the H4 can be mitigated. So the weeks that are actually here, these are the weeks that we are having, and as you can be able to see, the market was able to deliver prices at this particular area. The market retested that level. So probably if the market can come back to this area and also fill this area and push even higher, depending on how the market is going to move, it is going to tell us a good clear direction. But this is going to be my clear demand area. Remember, the Iran war is still continuing. I was just doing a research before I came in, and the Iran war is still moving on. As you can be able to see, CNN posted 30 minutes ago that the Iran operation on hold after almost 2 weeks. Okay, so you can be able to read all these. So we're expecting also the market to open with a gap, because we had probably lots of fundamentals during this weekend. Okay, the Iranian media says tanker exploded after hitting Hormuz spine. So you can be able to see that there's a lot of stories behind the Hormuz, Strait of Hormuz, and also the Iran war, and also President Donald Trump. Okay, and also having all those tweets, and also probably wants to take advantage of the Strait of Hormuz. That's what we are now thinking, that the President Donald Trump might be interested in also having some shares on it. So we want to see if the market can come back to that particular area. Just give me a minute. Just a minute. So I hope I'm back and you can be able to see my screen, which is in front of you. Quite good. Please confirm if I am back and my net is doing good. Asante sana. Thank you so much for all of us who are tuning in now. So we're having a lot of fundamentals, remember, and these fundamentals during the weekend are going to bring volatility once we get into the markets. Okay, so as much as we're having a lot of volatility and also a lot of fundamentals, remember, this is the right time to be able to position ourselves so that we can be able to get more opportunities from the markets. Okay, so that's the dollar index on my side. So it's still bullish, but I'll be expecting the market just to have a short-term retracement before even pushing higher. Now I want to go to EU. Then we do GU on higher time frame, especially on the weekly and also on the daily time frame, because during the pre-market analysis, what we want to focus on is higher time frame bias, not lower time frame. So you can be able to see this is EURUSD. It has almost a similar formation with the dollar index, but on the opposite side, the dollar index and also EURUSD, they usually have what you call a negative correlation. So you can be able to see the market had a good sweep of these highs, came back to this area and had a good push lower. So you can be able to see the market swept these lows, these highs, sorry, and then the market closed lower. As you can be able to see, market also on Friday tried to push high, came to this order block and pushed lower. So we're expecting the market to keep on dumping so that you can be able to reach this low that was created also on 24th of June. So that's my expectation on EURUSD. So if you want to get any particular entry, get it from this week that is actually here. This area can provide you as a good area of supply for more particular selling opportunities from that area. So we want to see if that zone is going to deliver. Let's us see. We come all the way down to the H4 and you can be able to see this is the right area where we can have more selling opportunities if you come lower, okay, to lower time frame. Now we want to refine this area even further and you can be able to see that the market is very bearish. And if the market is bearish, what we usually look for is areas where we can catch some good selling opportunities, and it has to be some higher area. So this is the area. If I refine it quite well, that can be my good area of interest, okay, on the H1. If the market can come back, ideally come back to that area, okay, a good push pullback, come back to this area, we get some good confirmations for sales, then we can drop all the way low to this low that was created. I believe this is going to be a good entry. This is what we usually call forces of demand and supply, and I usually use supply and demand as my strategy, and but I usually use it not in the simple way, but in most advanced way using SMC and also ICT concept. So this is going to be my ideal demand level, okay, I mean my supply level for now. So that's going to be my area of interest, a good supply region where market can actually deliver prices even lower. So the market is bearish, and as can be able to see, market has been having some good break of structures, okay, and the first target where you can target is this low that was left out on Thursday. So this can be a good first area to target, then the second area. That's EURUSD, because the dollar is still bullish. So a pullback move to our supply zone. If we come to now GBPUSD also, it's quite different, okay. Now I want us to come all the way to the weekly time frame so that you can be able to see what the market is actually doing on GBPUSD. So GBPUSD has been bullish, but let's see how the market closed last week on the weekly perspective. The market closed quite bearish, and it even gave us a bearish engulfing candlestick. The market has been bearish. So this market has been quite bullish, and you can be able to see the market has been pushing even higher and higher. And this is what we were supposed to see, and it actually delivered. But now market came back to this area and market failed to even break above. So this tells us that this market is also bearish, and we might be expecting the market even to push even lower, quite lower, to what particular areas, to these particular areas which are actually around this level, to get a good entry for more buying opportunities. So let's come to the daily, and we see, so GBPUSD is bearish now, but the market has hit a bullish PDRA, okay, and this is what we were expecting to see actually. And as I said, even from last time, I was expecting the market to come, fill this up, have a sweep at this particular bullish PDRA, then we can have more buying opportunities from this particular area. So if this is going to be actually ideal, then this can actually deliver even prices where even higher. So this is what I wanted to see. Can the market really have a good push from this area and then deliver prices all the way up? I'm not really sure, but this is what I really wanted to see. And so far we were in GBPUSD longs from last week Friday with my VIP. We want to see how this market is going to close. If I come all the way now to the H4, that's on the weekly perspective. If I come to the H4, so this was the ideal area. We were looking for buys at a higher area, but the market failed. But now the market is seated at around this area. So what I will be expecting, so on GBPUSD, definitely the same key scenario, because now this is going to be our demand area. I'll be expecting the market to keep on doing this. So this is what I'll be expecting. In layman's term, I'll be expecting these lows to be taken out first. You can be able to see all this is going to be liquidity. One candle, take out all these lows. Then from here, if you get any particular bullish reactions, we can now expect the market to rally even higher. As I said, GBPUSD is very bearish, and also dollar index is bullish, but dollar index is going to retrace, giving us more longs on GBPUSD. But these are going to be short-term longs, but long-term sells. I hope I'm making lots and lots of sense. So allow me to delete this for now, because this is not really important for us. So we want to see these areas as not as valid areas for us for now. So previous week's low was taken out. Okay, market has delivered this, or if the market can come back, sweep these lows that are actually here. Tap again into this particular line that I've drawn. It's an engineered liquidity entry. We can have more longs. If you can target 100 pips on GBPUSD, that's going to be ideal. So as I said, we were looking for buys, and I was able to also enter buys on our copy trading accounts, and people were able to make some good coins on GBPUSD last week, and these were the longs that actually happened. So time and price, as you guys know, I'm a lover of time and price. Market hit this area at exactly 15:00 hours and gave us this long. So this was a very important long, and this happened on Friday during New York session open. The market had hit the demand, and the market was actually pushing. So got in, secured around 30-40 pips, and I was out. Okay, that was on Friday. So we want to see if the market can come back once again, sweep these lows that are actually here, and then from there, if you get any particular bullish reactions, especially during the London Open or New York, then we can be able to see prices going all the way up. That's GBPUSD. And if I come to XAUUSD, we have had some beautiful buys on XAUUSD this week, and the market has really delivered prices, especially on Friday, also on Wednesday. And my VIPs, together with myself, we have had some good opportunities for buying opportunities on GBPUSD. Remember, GBPUSD is bullish. Okay, I mean it's bearish on higher time frame, but bullish on lower time frame. And this is where now beginners get confused to what are we going to be able to do, and we get confused to see what we're going to be able to do. Remember on Thursday we had our coffee and trade session. We were looking for buys from this area, and the market actually delivered. For those who were in on Thursday, we were able to secure some around 150 pips on GBPUSD longs, and we were out, and people were able to make money. Thursday, the market opened. Okay, we had a good accumulation. Market manipulated lower, and I was looking for more buys, and I got in on buys very early at around 9. And then I got into other buys at around 4:30, and I was able to exit at 40.50. And this was the big highlight of my trading week. I was able to make $500 and something on my first entry, and the second entry was able to make around $300 accumulative profit. On Friday, that was around $800, and this proves that actually patience and also learning when to enter the market will really make you some good amount of money. And these setups, I was able to share it with my VIPs, all of them, okay? And we were able to buy even at this particular area, and the market actually pushed quite well. So that was a very important piece of some buys. Other buys that we were able to get, let me just see if we were able to get other buys. So this was on Tuesday, and this Tuesday's buys happened at around 6:30. 4:30 p.m. This is New York PM time. I love trading gold during the New York session, and the market delivered prices all the way up. This was more than 550 pips. This was on Tuesday. So these pairs can actually really serve you, especially gold. Can really serve you quite well, and the market can actually deliver market quite well. Just give me a minute. I shift my network as I'm almost winding up. I'm almost done. I don't want to take a lot of your time. It's very chilly. Yeah. So I have changed my network. Thank you so much for the 44 guys who are in. If you have never seen or heard me, my name is Benji FX. If you know me, you know what we usually do. And this is how now gold is looking like on the H4 time frame. I want you guys to see it. Now, this is on the H4. Market is seated here, at this particular area. Now, what I'm still expecting, okay, is... let's see it on the weekly. Let's see how the weekly time frame closed before I share it with you guys. Okay, the weekly closed with a rejection from above. Okay, very interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's see it on the daily time frame. Market. Okay. So I can be able to see nothing really interesting on on the daily perspective, the market was able to come back to this particular area on these particular weeks, which are here. And then from here, the market pushed up. So I was telling even my VAPs, if I got an entry at 39.75, ninge hold he entry all the way to 4200, because our expectation is to move to 4200, and I hope this week the market is going to deliver. On Friday, the market closed with what we usually call a spinning top, giving us what we call a rejection. So this is a spinning top formation. So the next candle, what we're expecting is the market to deliver prices up, okay, and giving us what we call a morning star for those who love trading candlestick formations, okay. So that's one. Market has hit also a daily fair value gap, and you can be able to see the market is actually delivering. So the best buy entry I could have had is from this level, but now the market, we want to see the market actually pushing even higher to probably 4200. That's going to be my ideal take profit area if I get any buys this week. So my ideal drawn liquidity is going to be at 4200. I'm expecting a push, but if I said, as I said, if I got in at around 39.75, that's going to be my ideal entry price, where I can hold even prices even for a very long time. So this is what I was expecting, the market to come a little bit lower, okay, to this particular area. If I can get a good buy from 39.75 and also from 39.58, that zone, we can have some good buys, because all this is going to be acting as liquidity, and the market, if it's going to drop, we can have more buys pushing even higher. But for now, this market is actually quite bullish, and I would love to take more buys coming this week. So where can we be able to expect more buying opportunities or even selling opportunities? So as I said, last week I was able to close my entry. So this week, if the market is going to come a little bit lower, sweep these lows at around 40.25, okay, I can have any buys coming from this area, because this is going to be my low that could have been created last week, and I'm expecting the market to come a little bit lower. Okay, if you get any particular buying opportunities, we can have the buying opportunities from there, because now this acted as accumulation on Friday, manipulation, then the market is distributing. So we're expecting the market to keep on distributing even higher and higher to this particular entry or even higher zones. But for now, let's wait and see. Are we going to expect the market to have a push up or a push down? So I don't know, but let's wait and see how the market is going to deliver. Last week, we were able to see a push down. Market opened with a gap down, and then from there, the market very fast closed the gap and then pushed even lower. Then we were able to see some good entry positions from gold. So gold, I'm expecting it to come a little bit lower, okay, to around 40.25 or even 4,000 before we get any more buys from these particular positions. So this is what I want to see, and if the market is going to actually deliver prices from there, that can be quite ideal. Okay, so that's what I have on now on gold, and this can actually deliver prices quite well. Okay, and if you come to lower time frame, the market is actually respecting this zone at 40.50. Come with me, see this area. Okay, this was the last area before we had a push. There was a sweep of these lows, then the market pushed up. We can be able to see that the market respected 40.50, and now retail traders are going to think that now this area is going to serve us with some good longs from this area, but I highly doubt if this area is going to hold. So social institutions are going to make your life more difficult. They're going to push the market because they're aware that you guys want to get into the buy. So they're going to push the market even lower to take out any early buyer, okay? Then once they push it down, then now after liquidity has been consumed to the lower side, then that's when we can have more buying opportunities coming in. And if you observe the concept of time and price, you can as well make more money from there. Okay, just mention some few announcements, okay, as we wind up. If you want to have and also to receive my daily signals and also setups, okay, you can be able to join my private VIP community. We are having a 30% discount, I mean a 20% discount this weekend. Sorry, 30% inakujanga for returning subscribers, and also when we're having probably some big holidays. So 20% on any of our VIP plans. So that's what we are having. So if you want to also learn more about our entry criterias and also our strategy, live market analysis, live market breakdowns, please come in and also join our private VIP community. Just to mention a couple of things before I now wind up. Now, these are just the announcements that we are having on our group. So this is what we are having. Just a minute. I make sure that this is also in check. So some announcements. Number one, okay. So we are having our August free forex classes starting on August 3rd. That's going to be the next week on Monday. Not this Monday, next week. August free forex masterclass. Okay. All you need to have is make sure that you have a trading account with the HFM. I have shared the link. Make sure you join the group, and also make sure you have a smartphone and a laptop, and also you have the willingness to learn on how to trade forex. If you have ever loved learning how to trade forex, I'll be teaching you all those concepts. And also please remember that I'm going to be sharing with you some inside material, such as how traders make money, price action trading, supply and demand, liquidity concepts, volume profile trading strategy, gold day trading strategies, financial institutions and bank orders, and also going to be having live trading sessions, and also many more. So please make sure you register. There's a link for the registrations, and also join the WhatsApp group. This is only for beginner traders and also intermediate traders who have been losing and they don't have a trading strategy whatsoever. How walingianga to YouTube, they have never gone through a structured mentorship program. Number two, for my intermediate traders and also advanced traders, don't trade alone. We are having our private VIP community or group where we are only around 60 of us, where what we usually do is simple. We break down the markets every single day from Monday through Friday. We get setups and signals, I share them, and also we get to learn how we enter markets and also how we exit in the right areas where we're supposed to do so, and also more concepts like demand and supply, ICT concepts, and also volume concepts. We have them there, so please register. And my number is here if you want to get more trading concept. This is my number, 0727718398. Please text me and feel free to reach out on all these services. The next one, so these are private VIP tukonazo, and I have already shared the cost. Number three, now this is for my investors. If you're here and you love to take advantage of the financial markets, but you're not actively trading, you can join my copy trading program. Okay, we have my copy trading program, and also we are having account management program. Okay, account management, and now program, and now we're introducing pool trading for trading news only. So pool trading, we're going to be doing it. Minimum is $100. Okay, I'll be able to share all this with you guys just in a few. And then the last thing, August free forex private VIP, copy trading, account management, pool trading, and also we're having our coffee and trades session. Coffee and trades session after every 2 weeks. We had it last week on Tuesday. So it's going to be after every 2 weeks. So the next one is going to be during the NFP session. Okay. So August free forex classes, this is for my beginners. Private VIP, these are for traders. Copy trading. Okay. We're having fast copier. Minimum amount for you to get started is $100. The other one, that's for currencies, trading currencies. And if you're a serious investor, you can also invest and trade gold with me. That's minimum is $500. All of them, they're doing quite well and they're in profits. Account management, now we dropped from $1,000. Now we are doing account management from even $200. So if you're having a $200 account and you want us to grow it for you, you can be able to give us your logins. We prefer HFM as our preferred trading program, and also pool trading. Now this is only for news trading, especially when you're having news trading, especially when you're having NFP, CPI, FOMC, news trading only, whereby the minimum amount to get started is only $100. Tunaiweka as one account, and then I'm going to be giving you the account passwords, so that investors passwords, so that you guys can check. We only allow 10 slots only, so that's going to be $1,000. Why do we do so? It's for you also to take advantage of news trading. So if you're a risk taker and if you're not scared of losing money, but you want to make more money, because we have been having some good crazy profits from our NFP, CPI, and also PPI news, we're going to be allowing in at least 10 slots per every pool trading program, and minimum is $100. Once you do so, tunaweka pamoja, I give you the password, then I'm going to be able to trade. We make money. Our target is at least 3 times, okay, that amount. Then coffee and trades, after every 2 weeks, we're going to be having them. And also, number 7, we're going to be having monthly events, monthly physical events, let me call them that. We were supposed to start with physical events. We were supposed to go to Nakuru next this August. We are still planning to go to Nakuru. The next town which we are thinking of is the Kisumu. All right, the other town before the year ends is Mombasa. Okay, so these are the towns that we are thinking to come. Okay, and also we can also be able to include Nairobi. Let me also include Nairobi for my Nairobi team who are there. So we're going to be doing this with you guys. So please stay connected, be active in the group. Make sure if you're in my private VIP, make sure it's pinned and don't archive the group, because you're going to miss out on some good news events. So this is what we're going to be having this month until the end of this year. Okay, so I'm going to be actively trading with you guys. Trade with me from this month, July, August, September, October till November. Then December, we take a break. Okay, then we come back bigger and better in January week 2. So this is what we want to do. I want you guys to lock in, fund those accounts, be able to join an active group. We have one. Private VIP group is the best one. Get the signals. We make money because now the markets are actually very, very good, and the markets are doing quite well. So we want to take advantage of each and every market conditions. Whenever the markets are actually good, please, this is the right time to fund, and this is the right time to make money. So if you want to work with me, make sure you join either of these groups and we work together with you guys. So if you're a beginner, this is the right time to join. If you have some account that you want us to trade for you, we have our copy trading program and also account management. If you're a news trader and you want fundamentals, you can join the pool trading program, and also our coffee and trades for those who love physical events, and also the monthly physical events. Okay, so please, let's join hands, and we make money all together. I don't know if you guys have any more questions, but najua kulikuwa kuna Calvin's alikuwa na one question that was there. Okay, and about the markets, I'm going to be able to answer that. So here we would wish that our master, okay, how does the licensing of the forex market is in Kenya going to influence the retail traders that are upcoming and knows nothing regarding to licensing and taxation generally? Yani sielewi anything hapo. Anyways, looking for, okay, so this story, there's this poster. I don't know if it's a verified poster, okay, that's actually circulating, and I'm seeing so many people actually posting about it. And it's actually a very interesting poster that I'm seeing, and you guys can be able to confirm that most of the people are actually losing money. So as much as people are actually depositing, most people losing accounts is equal high. More than 70% of financial, that's what we usually say, 75 to 95% of all beginners lose money. Out of those 75, only 3% will stay in the next 3 months, and only 1% will stay after 1 year. And after 3 years, it's either 1 or 2, or 1 or 0. Okay, but if you have a mentor and you're following him, and you don't have a lot of noise, and also you are following his strategy, it's going to be easier for you. Okay, now there's going to be a lot of licensing coming up, because this is actually quite worrying. I'm so sure CMA are going to see this, and they're going to see that people are losing a lot of money. Okay, and definitely we are seeing that 85% of reported online forex trading outcomes were losses in 2025, as account fell to 46%. Okay, this year it's actually quite crazy. A lot of beginners are actually losing a lot of money from the markets. Okay, why? Because of the same things, and this is what I'm going to teach beginners. 10 reasons why beginner traders lose money: over leveraging, over trading, improper lot size, okay, revenge trading, emotional trading. All those things are going to highlight them. Okay, now I'm so sure the CMA are going to see this, but definitely what we are supposed to do for us, someone even answered, your work is simple. Just make sure you're trading with a licensed broker. That's number 1. Number 2, focus on your edge and your strategy. Then all these vitu zingine these are things that are beyond us. Okay, but definitely about licensing and also taxations. One thing I heard from my manager is that, do you know that each and every broker, they usually pay taxes? Okay, it's very hard for KRA to tax forex traders. Why? Because we don't have a fixed income. Today we might have 200,000 in our account. Tomorrow we have blown it, or the next month. So it's very hard to tax forex traders because they don't have a fixed income. Okay, so the brokers usually do the taxes for us. Number two, about licensing, I'm so sure they're going to have a harder gear on licensing all brokers here in Kenya. There's so many brokers which are coming in now currently, mingi sana. And one thing I will tell you, please just work with a broker that is licensed. Muulize tu swali moja, if someone comes to your inbox ama mtu amekutumia link to create account, and before you even invest a single coin, number one, is this broker licensed by CMA? CMA is Communication Authority of Kenya. That's the body that actually governs all forex brokers here in Kenya. Number two, do you have an office here in Kenya, and where is it located? Number three, can I talk to a manager? Na sio mzungu, manager ambaye ni Mkenya. Okay, si mzungu. Sawa sawa. So that's the only way you can be able to talk with these people. And also, before you invest your hard-earned money, just ask them those three questions. Kama kuna ofisi, kama they are licensed, and if they have a manager who is here in Kenya. Okay, whereby you can be able to talk to them. So I have a lot of investors who have invested millions. So I wouldn't want to get them into a broker that is not licensed. All those brokers who are actually not licensed by CMA, ndo wanakuanga na leverage kubwa. Now the more the leverage, the more you can be able to earn, and also the more that you can be able to lose. If you earn more, they are going to deny you your withdrawals, most of those brokers. Okay, so currently now they're going to be a tighter gear on tightening these policies, okay, so that people are not let me use the word washed, and also people are not exploited by these brokers. It's very important for you guys to have that. HFM is licensed by CMA, and it has over 6 or 7 or 8 licenses from South Africa, from Cyprus, etc. It has been here since 2015. And also it has an office in Nairobi, in Westlands at the Oval Building, 5th floor. I've ever been there, and I am very much transparent with HFM. So if it's not HFM, I'll be able to post for you my 3 brokers which I prefer you guys to have, but my number one is actually HFM. That's the best. Just as naona umewapost hapo, hiyo ya pili naishukingi sana. Kuna siku ilifanya gold, ilimanipulate gold sana. If you remember 2022, if not 2023, there's a time it manipulated. I don't want to mention that. Okay, but the first one which you have mentioned and the third one, they're actually quite good justas. Hiyo ya pili kidogo iko na wasiwasi. And for those who are there back in 2022, 2023, they really manipulated the gold market. Watu walikuwa kwa buys. Kulikuwa na wiki ingine moja kali sana, and most people lost faith in that broker, and they actually went to other brokers. So most of those people who are working in your second broker, they actually shifted and they came. All of them, they're working with HFM currently. Walitoka hapo wakawa na work with HFM. So I've been there 2023 doing the Hamas attack. It blew my account. Exactly. Okay, so it's very important to work with just a broker that doesn't have manipulation. Alafu it has tighter spreads. Many people have said that HFM iko na spreads kubwa. It's because you're using premium account. A premium account iko na spreads kubwa. Work with a pro account, or even a zero spreads account, or a pro plus account. Those accounts are much good with HFM. Okay, have their preferred requirements and also register. Okay, use that link on my bio, and also you can be able to make more money. So until there, I want to wish you a good day. Unless Dean has anything to add on, I'll give him only 2 minutes, and then we're going to end our session there. So Dean FX, good evening. Are you there? I'll give you just 2 minutes to have anything on your side before we call it a day. Is he here? May Pips be with us. Okay, I don't see if it's here. Okay, anyone else? Brent FX. Brent, is he here? Sam. Those are my G's. Okay, not present today. It's very cold. probably they are somewhere chilling. You just never know. So asanteni sana. I want to wish you a good week, profitable one. Please, I want you guys to do this. If you blew your account last week, that was a lesson learned. Fund your account again. Let's get back to trading. Number 2, if you're a trader, please register for my private VIP. You're going to experience a whole new growth in your trading career. Number 3, if you're an investor, join my copy trading, account management, or my pool trading for those who love volatility. And also, let's lock in. It's the first month of Q3 and things are going quite fast. I want to wish you a good week and a profitable week. Let's lock in this Q3 so that our Q4 can be bigger, better, beautiful, and also relaxing. Okay? If you don't lock in now, Q4 itakuwa mbaya. Imagine ni December and you don't have money. So let's lock in now so that by December, we all have money and we can be able to actually bless our families, our loved ones, and have time for them. So asanteni sana. Have yourself a wonderful week ahead and more setups, and also my daily signals and also my daily setups. I'll be able to post them for you guys. So asanteni sana and have yourself a wonderful week. Thank you, and may God bless us all and may peeps be with us. Asanteni sana. Benji FX here, the Gold Doctor, and make sure to text me in case you have any if you like to join any of my services. Asanteni sana and thank you so much, guys. Peace out. We can leave the session now.